Hello and welcome back to Quick's Paradigm, where today we're playing Hydroneer in our current Let's Play series. So we're back in our basic dig site. Last episode we set up our harvesting system where we can go down and dig dirt into buckets and have it harvest them for us without using the wash station. And I went ahead and bought a couple things off camera from the money we had left over from our last episode. So you can see here we got a lot of pipes on the ground. We have a couple of furnaces and some crucibles. So today, if you look in the left-hand side of the screen, we want to I want to buy the ram drills and get those set up and added to our basic setup here so we can automate that. And I want to clean up and make our auto sorting area a little bit nicer and more convenient. So I went ahead and did a little bit of digging off camera and took the goal that we made from the last video and turned those into bars. So we're going to make up a couple of necklaces real quick. We'll sell those and head over to the store to buy our ram drills. We do have a couple of gems here, so we'll be able to make 2 necklaces. We'll do a little before and after here. So that's about 1,500 with a gem on it, right? 1,526. So we'll just set that down right here. Grab our blacksmithing hammer. And there we go. 2,100. So an extra 500 Hydroneer bucks just to turn it into a necklace. That's pretty nice. Alright, we'll get our second gem. This one's a little bit more expensive, 1,720. There we go. And that's going to be worth 2,392. All right, almost 2,400 bucks. So that'll be nice. And I want to turn these iron bars into a sword. So once those get hot, we'll measure them up here. Uh, 732. So let's see what happens when we turn them into a sword. What's this bad boy worth? 1,037. That's pretty good. All right, we'll just load these in the back of the truck. We'll drive over to the snow area and check the prices. But I think that's enough Hydroneer bucks, whether the prices are up or down. So we'll just go ahead and sell those so we can get started today. I have a lot of exciting kind of tips and tricks for you today. Concerning our sorting area, and how we're going to do the ram drill is kind of interesting. We're going to kind of loop it back into the system and keep our manual dig side so we can do both manual and automated drilling at the same time. So let's go ahead and make our way over there. I'm really excited to see this setup in action. Be a lot of fun. So it looks like our necklaces and our sword are up. So our first necklace, 2133. That's pretty good. Our second necklace, 2406. All right. We're going to have plenty of money to get started today. And 1060. Not much difference between the sword price at the market and what we could have got at the jeweler. So it's kind of interesting. Combine that with the leftover gold from last episode, we got $6,000. So we can go ahead and get it rocking and rolling here. Take a little bit of a shortcut, see how this works. Whee! Okay, well that was fun. But there we are. Right here in town where we wanted to be. Alright. We'll hop out. We'll grab 3 ram drills. I think 3 is a pretty good number. You know, if you're building up more slowly, then you can kind of buy them one at a time. But we also want to make sure we have water filters. Now, these water filters say that they decrease water pressure by 2%, but they also filter the water because our ram drills, if you read the description, says it gets damaged from unfiltered water. So on the wiki page, it says these filters filter out 20% or 25% each. So we go ahead and buy 4 of those for 100% filtered water. Now, since these can get damaged, I'm going to go ahead and buy a tool bag so that we can repair things if we need to. Okay, I'm going to buy that, get it out of the way. And we will need some more conveyor belts for our ram drills to pump the dirt onto. So the whole goal of this first starter system is to kind of learn what works and what doesn't, and then, you know, in the next episode or two, we'll go ahead and buy a bigger plot. That way we can start setting up, you know, a real big system that's going to produce lots and lots of gold for us, or Hydroneer bucks, I should say. All right, so we're going to need 2 more vertical conveyors. Okay, and we're going to need 3. Actually, we need 5 of these, and I'll show you why when we get back to base. Making a mess here. That's 3, 4, one more. 5. All right. Let's get this stuff loaded in the truck. I really enjoy playing this game, but this is the most painful part of the game right here. Just loading everything in the back of your truck. That's why I bought a lot of that other stuff off camera, to kind of spare you the pain of just watching me load and unload the truck. All right, well, I think that's all we need from this store. I think we're good to go here. I do want to go ahead and buy a magnet on a stick so I can show you guys that, since we bought most of our other stuff. Come on. Just in case we need to clean some stuff up. We'll just drop that right there. Okay. Well, our magnet on a stick is not magnetized to our metal truck, apparently. And a couple things that aren't on the list that I need from the furniture store. You need 3 of these metal incline short ramps. Like that. And we'll buy a few windows just in case. I think we're going to be able to use our sorters as a backdrop for the drills, but I want to get a couple windows just in case we need them. Alright, that should be it. Throw these in the back of the truck. And we'll head home. Those shadows were on the wheels. I thought the wheels were turning. That was crazy. Looks like we'll get back home right before nightfall. Then we can sleep and get started early in the morning. It shouldn't take us long to get all this set up. Alright, that should be everything. Let's get it all home. Uh-oh. It might just be me, but I'm pretty sure those lamp poles would fall over if you hit them with a truck going full speed. Alright, well we'll just go ahead and back this right in over here. Alright. Right here is close enough. Alright, so to get our new setup going, we're going to need to set up a couple of things. We need our conveyor belt to go just like this. We'll need a second one. Get our ram drills out of the way. We'll need our second one set up. Just like that. Okay. And then this guy needs to go that direction. Okay, that's perfect. One more. And a third one. I may need some more straight conveyors. I think I miscounted. Okay. So we want to get the ram drill set up. We may have to add some dirt for these because I want them up one level like this. So we may have to get some dirt. We can put them like this, but the problem is when the dirt comes out, it just kind of comes out and falls along the edge, and we don't want that. We want it to kind of be more in the middle. So I find that raising them up one level is better. So what we can do is we can get our shovel and we can put a lump of dirt around right here. We got a couple of those. It doesn't matter what kind of dirt or where you stand because the system only produces top level dirt anyway. So let's see if that's tall enough. Oh, one more. Also, you notice that I'm just kind of reusing the same dirt. But yeah, you just build a little mound of dirt like that so you can put your drill right on it. So we'll go ahead and do that for the other ones. Looks like about 3 scoops is enough to do it. So we'll get our other ram drill. We'll go ahead and sleep so it's not so dark too. Just like that. Alright, that should brighten it up a little bit. And we're going to need probably 2 scoops here. Try that. Alright, I hope that worked. We're going to put one more scoop under there just in case. Alright, that looks like it should work. The next thing we need to do is pipe it all in. So this conveyor belt right here will need water. I think we're going to try to run that right underneath the pump. So let's try that real quick. We'll just make a not that, a loop right here. And run that back down to the other side. I guess this would have been better to do when I could still see it, huh? Just like that. I might have to get some more pipe too. Yeah, I just kind of bought some to see if I can get as close, but apparently it was further away than I thought it was. Okay, we'll buy one more straight pipe for this one, and then we'll wait and see what we need for the other one. Alright, and we need to replace this straight pipe. Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking. Since we're replacing straight pipes, I could just use the pipe from where we're going to put the T. So if we put that right in there, now we have working conveyor belts. I also did buy a cork for this one up here. Now, you can either cork it or you can use the valve, but the valve is behind our sorter, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the cork in for now. Just like that. Okay. Fantastic. Now we need to pipe in the actual ram drills. So what do we need for that? We need a T. Well, we'll start it on this side. So this is going to need a T like that. We need one corner piece like that. One more T. A straight pipe like that. Then this straight pipe will go right here. And one more T. So I did need a straight pipe after all. Alright. And that should be that. So we have our pipe coming this way, going to our conveyor belts from underneath. That cleans it up a little bit. I think we had some spaghetti going on in our previous video. I added this conveyor or this foundation piece too, so it's easier to kind of get up and down here from the bottom. And then our second pipe comes in. We have 2 pressure tanks straight into the harvester, and then it tees off, and that's going to run our ram drills. And then our conveyor belts are piped in from our conveyor belt pipe. And again, I just like the conveyor belts that go nice and slow. I feel like it helps drop the dirt into the harvester better and helps the sorters sort when it's not going full speed like our ram drills and harvester is. So one thing we have left is we bought these pressure pipes. So all I'm going to do is we're going to take our, oh, it's locked in place. Let me get our construction hammer. We'll unlock these 2 like that. Okay. And I'm just going to set this to the side for right now. And this as well. So what's cool is I like to do these filters kind of in an L shape. That way you don't have a super long pipe. You kind of just wrap it around, which means I do need an elbow. I didn't account for that when I was thinking about the piping to set up the drills. So we'll just grab one of those real quick. Like that. You can just curve it around like that. And it'll make it a little easier when we're fixing them because they'll all be in the same place. Again, you can do this however you want. This is just kind of the route I chose to take. And just to check, our harvester is running and our pressure is pretty low because we don't have anything in our pressure tanks. So we'll throw those in there. These are what we drilled up at the end of our last episode, and I just melted them down into bars. So now you can see our pressure is almost all the way to the top. So if we wanted to, we could add one more pressure tank in here, but I think this will work just fine for now. And then you know, we'll boost the system up even more once we get to our new dig site. All right. So that is the basic setup for your ram drill harvester system. We're going to also put in some of these ramp pieces. Now I just like to put these in because I feel like it helps the dirt a little bit. And it keeps the dirt from flying all over the place. And it kind of looks cool for your ram drills to kind of have their own little roof. So we'll just throw these in right here. And I bought the windows because we don't have sorters down here on this end. So the windows will help keep the dirt from shooting out. All right. I think I should have bought some more corrugated tin. I think I usually put those on the bottom. But we'll kind of give that a shot and see how it works. If we need some more tin, we'll go get it. So the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to add these conveyor belts to the end of our system here. That's not right. Like that. Okay, our arrows should be pointing out. And I'm going to turn the valve off so that the water stops. And make sure you do that as you're putting them in, because it's hard to do that once you have both of them in place. So there we go. Now I wanted to do all three, but I forgot to buy one of the conveyor belts, so we'll just do it for 2 for now. But I have these foundation pieces, and we're going to put the foundation pieces in. But I'm going to show you a neat little trick with the furnaces and crucibles. So if you come over here and you just dig a hole in front of both of your conveyor belts, you can take your furnace and put it right in the ground like that. Need to make that hole a little bit bigger. Okay. And then you can put your foundation pieces right over the furnaces like this. And now you can take your crucible and just set it right on top. Now this setup I like a lot better for multiple reasons. One, we don't have a cork, right? And when we had the cork in there, sometimes the cork would make it harder to put down buckets and crucibles because it would kind of hit the cork if we got too close. I can't make it do it now because I'm trying to show you, but see how it kind of hits the cork? So not having the cork in there make things a lot easier because we can get the crucible a lot closer to the conveyor belt. Anyway, that should be good. So the other thing is, since it's already in the furnace, as the nuggets fall down, they will get turned directly into molted gold and metal. Now what that helps with is lag, because the more items you have on the ground or in the container, the more laggy it is. But if it's melted down, it does not cause as much lag. So that is one thing that I have figured out. Now I wanted to do the same thing over here, but I forgot a conveyor belt. But we can still do it real quick with the just coming straight out of the sorter. And then when we get a conveyor belt, we'll just fix that later. So we'll do that right there. Put that down. And this is going to be for our power shards. So those should fall right into that container right there. Like a sweet spot. Oh my gosh. There we go. We'll try right there. Shouldn't have anything fall out, but we do have our magnet on a stick, so we'll be able to pick up anything. And then the last foundation, it's just going to go right here on the end, so I can throw our bucket down for our gemstones. Gosh, that is a pain in the butt. Alright. Well, like I said, we can clean up anything. That it doesn't catch. Okay. So now we have it all set up. I'm going to sleep one more time, and then we're going to run this system and show you what it's all about. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. You hear it running. We got good pressure. The only thing we have to do now is go over and turn on our drills So we have this open area right here. We can just turn it on like that. Turn that one on like that. And turn that one on like that. Alright, look at that. So you saw that one kind of combined a little bit. That's okay. But it is going through the harvester. And you can see the stuff coming out. Just like that. That is so awesome. And we don't even have to do anything. And you can see it's automatically getting turned into gold and iron. And we don't have a power shard yet, so you won't see that yet. But the other thing that's cool is we can grab our shovel. And we can go down here. And we can mine a little bit while it's doing the ram drill. Just like that. Then we can take our bucket up. And our manual side still works. So we can just jump this right in here. We'll see it go up. And there's our big nuggets from our manual dig getting added in with our small nuggets from the ram drills. So that is super exciting that we can be working in tandem with our automatic miners. Look at that. That is so cool. And you can see that it comes out and just falls right into the bucket. Now, I will say that I believe one of the reasons that this works so smoothly is because our pressure on our conveyor belts are low. Right, we're running all of our conveyor belts off of one intake, right, with no pressure increase. So all of this stuff is running at very low pressure, so everything just runs a little bit more smoothly. We don't have stuff getting flung around by the conveyor belts. And you can kind of see why this roof and these windows are important. The dirt kind of shoots out and then hits off and kind of lands more towards the middle of the conveyor. That's weird. I haven't had it do that before. We'll set that down. Normally this thing runs pretty smooth without any issues. But I think some of it is because of the order that I turned them on. So I'm going to turn these off real quick. We'll move one of these. No, I can't move one down because of our pipes. We'll play with that in another episode and see what it's like when you change the system. But if you just turn these on real quick, you won't have as many issues with them piling up like that. Because see, they're all by the time the next dirt comes out. So the quicker you can turn them on, the better off you'll be as far as spacing and that kind of thing. And occasionally a piece of dirt will get stuck at the top on the edge like that one. But then when the next one comes on the edge, it just kind of pushes it over into the harvester. So yeah, there you go, guys. We're just going to turn everything off and see what we got in our crucible. Oh, important fact. Let's see if that works. Okay. So when you want to turn the system off, I do recommend that you turn the drills off individually, like that, and then wait for all your dirt to get harvested. And then we'll turn this valve off. Okay? And what's nice is we can turn it off and everything still gets sorted out. So we'll just grab our magnet, and I just want to make sure nothing fell out onto the ground. So you can just use this magnet and you click around here. See, there's a little bit of stuff that didn't quite make it through the sorter for some reason. And I think what happens is because the harvester kind of shoots things out so violently that occasionally it shoots it out into the sorters and it doesn't know what to do, so it just kind of gets stuck there. So what we can do is we can take our window off like that. We can grab our magnet on a stick. We'll just pick this back up, put it right back into our sorters, and it'll get sorted out. So that's pretty cool. And then we'll put our window back, just like that. All right, well, let's go check and see how much gold we made just from that little bit of our auto miner mining. Now, we did stick our 2 buckets of stuff that we mined, but look, 1,800. That is crazy, just from that little bit of time sitting there watching it do its own thing. And I can tell you, it takes, we got 5 buckets. It took me 2 trips through the mine doing the auto harvest, 6 buckets to get 1,000 gold bar. So the fact that we just got almost a 2,000 bar just off of that tells me that the ram drills themselves, plus doing a little hand mining, is awesome. So there's our metal, 365. That is so cool. All right, well, that is everything for today. We organized our collection site for the metal. We added our ram drills, and now we have a fully automatic setup. Plus, we can still do our own mining if we want to. We talked about pressure pipes. We talked about laying these foundations down with our crucibles. And we looked at the little magnet on a stick. So that is awesome, guys. I want to thank you all for joining me. If you like this video, please click the like button. Click the subscribe button so you can see how this series progresses. And probably in the next episode, we'll try to save up and get our new plot of land so that we can do bigger and better things. I want to really ramp up this drill and harvester setup. But we're going to need a lot more space and a lot more money. So join us next time. Goodbye.